Welcome back to the Blood Bear channel. In this video, we will be doing another book review on The Old Man and the Sea, which is a very short book. So it's by Ernest Hemingway. I don't have the physical copy with me right now because I finished reading it a little while ago, and since then I have given it back to my father, who lent it to me. So that's why I don't have that here. Anyways, as per usual, there's going to be spoilers, so if you haven't read it, go read it. It's a very short read. It's 82 pages long, so it's kind of like a day read. I did not read it in a day because I was kind of starting college while I was reading it, so I only read like 20 pages per day. But yes, go read it. Also, I thought it was pretty good. It's not a genre that I usually read. Had more of like a man versus nature type of like story as well, which is interesting. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and just get on in this thing. Plot. Starting off with the plot, I gave plot a 7 out of 10. It's really just a fisherman's, like a fisherman's tale, you know. We follow an old man. He's an old fisherman. He has been having extremely bad luck with his fishing. He hasn't been getting any bites or anything. Or I think he's been getting bites, but like they keep getting away, you know. His wife passed away, and then the boy that he was being a mentor for, his apprentice, since he was having such bad luck, his parents made the boy quit, working under this old man. But the boy also still goes and helps him out at his house and whatnot, and carry things, because he lives a little farther away, I think. And he's old. He's an old man, so the boy helps him out with some stuff. Anyways, basically the main story is the old man goes fishing after he comes back with nothing again. He then goes out the next day to go fish, and he gets a bite. He manages to hook a fish onto one of the lines that he cast out, which he cast out like 4 lines, each at different levels, depths, I guess is more what you would call that. And the fish seems to be very strong and very fast and very smart. Basically, because the fish isn't surfacing, it's got the hook in its mouth, and it hasn't risen up since then. So he has to try and just wait until the fish gets tired, basically, and to kind of pull him up until he surfaces and starts jumping to try to get the hook out of its mouth. So yeah, but the fish keeps pulling him and the old man and the skiff he's on just out further and further out to sea, and then he goes a full day and night, and then the fish finally breaches. It breaches once, and you're able to see that it's a very large marlin, and then on the 3rd day out, the old man finally, through a very tense struggle with this marlin, is able to bring it, to capture it, and then he stabs it dead. He gets it because he was so slowly, the marlin was circling around and around and around it went, and he had to give line at some points, and then he had take the line back and reel it in, and eventually the marlin was close enough to where he could stab it, kill it, and bring it aboard, but it turns out that the marlin was too large for his little skiff there. So he decides then later to tie the marlin to the side of his boat, and sails towards back home, back where he came from. However, the blood from the spear wound or harpoon wound, whatever he used, I can't really remember, to stab the marlin, seeps into the ocean and draws the attention of some sharks. So the sharks then come to eat this wounded, dead creature. Basically, they're trying to get a free meal, right? So then the old man has to fend off these sharks. But as time goes by and as he's sailing back home, the sharks keep coming because the blood keeps leaking, and the more that they attack, the more the blood will seep out into the sea, and the more sharks will come. So by the time he eventually does finally make it back to his village, the marlin is only a head and a tail, and then it has the whole skeleton in between because the sharks had picked it clean. I think it's like towards like the last day that he has left to sail back. The old man, or like I don't know, but like he realizes that the fish is gone and no more sharks attack him. So by the time he gets back to the village, he knows that the fish that he caught is completely picked clean, and so he won't be getting any money from that catch. But the old man realized, maybe he's getting a little too old to be doing this type of stuff. At least he shouldn't have gone out as far as he did just for one fish. And then all the other villagers were kind of stunned because this was a really big marlin that the old man brought in. And then the book ends with the boy, I think, kind of forcing his way to be the old man's apprentice again. And I think the old man is still going to go fish. He just probably won't go out as far. So it's basically just a really, it's just a really good fisherman's tale is what the book is. That's what it is. So I gave plot again 7 out of 10 because it was decent, but I mean it's a short book with not much that needs to happen, right? It's more, since it's more of a man versus nature story, those usually tend to be pretty simple, and this one is pretty simple. It's just about an old man who goes out to sea and catches a big old fish. That's what it's about. Now, I give characters 9 out of 10 because I like them. I like the old man. He's a determined old man, and he's pretty neat. He really likes baseball. The old man is, the character. We spend the most time with him. He also goes out, to sea, and then he's kind of struggling with stuff that he could probably do really easily when he was younger. And throughout this, him trying to catch this marlin, I think he comes to realize that, my age is really affecting what I can do. I might be done with this stuff. And then I think he also, by the end of the book, comes to enjoy passing on his knowledge to the next generation, right, to the younger folks. And he gets one really good story that he gets to tell, so that's pretty neat. But I think that's mainly his character growth, is him kind of being like, oh, I'm kind of too old to be at least dealing with these big fish, and by myself, no less. So I think that's kind of his main whole character growth arc. Now the boy, which is the only other character we will be discussing, he's kind of the caretaker of the old man because the old man's wife died. I don't think he really has any other family that is taking care of him. So the boy takes care of this old man who's living in the village. He brings him food and coffee and all that stuff, and then makes sure he gets home safe and sound. And the boy carries all the heavy stuff pretty much from off the boat. So yeah, and I think also the boy represents a anchor for the old man to go home and back to land as well, because all the time while he's out there at sea, he's like, oh, I wish, he's talking to himself, and then he's like, I wish the boy was here. I wish the boy was here. So I feel like if he didn't have the boy, he might have given up and had I'm an old man. I can't do this. I'm just going to give up and die at sea. It's time for me to go. It's my time, right? I think that could have been something that would have happened. So I think the boy is a very good anchor for him to be like, no, I'm going to catch this fish. I'm going to go back. I want to, I want to see the boy again. I want to go talk to him. I don't like talking to myself. I want to talk to somebody else, right? So that's the characters, and that's what I think the boy represents for him in this book. So now we move on to emotional impact, which I gave a 7 out of 10 as well. I think it does a good job for how small the book is. So there's not much to be about, but I mean the main things that really stuck out to me is whenever he first catches the marlin, you see the old man experience jubilation, and it's a really good scene, and you feel that triumph for him as well, because you're like, nice, you finally got him, now you just got to get back, and then you get that like kind of slow crushing defeat as shark after shark after shark attacks the marlin and completely devours it. So after 82 days or something, I don't know how many days, with him catching nothing, he finally catches this marlin, which is a very nice looking fish, and very large. So but by the time he gets back, it's nothing. It's worthless, right? Because all the meat has been taken from it. So those are the two moments that really kind of stood out to me. It's really short, so it's hard to have those kind of moments. But those two were great. So yeah, world building. I gave a 5 out of 10. World building is not very necessary in this story at all. We do get some stuff, like we see the old man's love of baseball, and he mentions some people, and then we get some like spots in town, like I think there was like a coffee shop where they got coffee from, and then we get some stuff about fishing and the skiff and whatnot that we get to learn about. So there is some like world building type stuff, but not much, and I don't think much is needed, because again, this is a story about a man versus nature, not anything like that would involve really world building. You don't need to build the world if you're just going to have a story about an old man who wants to catch fish. Like, right? You don't need a world building for that type of story. But other than that, there's some stuff, but like I said, world building, not really important for this kind of book. Structure-wise, I thought it was very weird, because it's basically one chapter, and so it's more of like an 82-page short story. So there's that. And I've never read an 82-page short story, so I couldn't, with my classes and stuff starting, I couldn't really read it in one sitting, because I had to do stuff for school, and I had to get ready for things, and I had to wake up super early in the morning, which I still hate. So that makes it kind of hard for me to find a good place to stop. So like I said earlier, I basically just read 20 pages every day until the book was done. So that was like 4 days. And then it took me a while to actually have time to write the script, which we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, everything else was great in the story. It's very chronological. It goes very well. You have that triumph, and then the slow defeat. It doesn't. I mean, it kind of ends on a kind of both good and kind of bad note, because he lost the fish, right? But everybody, like, you can still see the size of the catch that he got, which everybody was impressed by. So, and he gets to be the boy's teacher again, so that's also good. So yeah, I thought it was well written, and everything worked pretty well. So that's why I gave structure a 7 out of 10. Did I say I gave world building a 5 out of 10? I think I did. Anyways, that's the end of this video. It's really short, just like the book was. I think I'm getting better at condensing the plots of these books, hopefully, and also there wasn't that many characters to talk about. Really only the old man, but the boy does have some importance, I guess. But this will probably be my last YouTube video, other than like the Genesis video type videos that I make. because I got classes. I'm going to be getting very busy here coming up. So I need to kind of prioritize what I do, whether it be YouTube, my book that I'm writing, classes, those types of things. So I will probably stop doing like book reviews. I might keep doing book reviews because I'm reading one right now, and that's going to take a while. But reading isn't going to be my priority right now either. So it's going to take me a while to get through the Royal Assassin. But we'll still probably do videos on Genesis. Those will be coming out every Sunday, unless I'm at my parents' house. And then, but yeah, book reviews and like my how I would type of videos and my Baldur's Gate 3 videos. Those I probably won't be doing. I might do some Baldur's Gate actually, because those only take like an hour or so to film. So I might do those. But if I have the time to. But most of my free time I want to actually go to the book that I'm writing, because I really want to finish that. And other than that, I need to focus on school stuff. So yeah, this is probably going to be my, I won't say my last video, but I probably won't be filming much for a while. But anyways, the final score comes out to be, I think, like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe as per usual, as that would help my channel quite a bit. And I will see you in the next one. So with that, bye-bye.